Hello everybody, thank you for clicking on the video. Let's just jump right into it. We got a lot of great games for week 1 of the 2024 college football campaign. Alright, so we start some games on Thursday night. You know, some top 25 teams like NC State, Mizzou, Kansas, and Utah. They get their action underway. For all of these teams, I'm going to pick the heavily favorites. You know, I'm going to take NC State over Western Carolina. I'm going to take Mizzou over Murray State. I'm going to take Kansas over Lindenwood. And then even though it's, you know, Southern Utah University against Utah, and there might be a little bit of a rivalry there, I'm going to take the Utes. And then we get to Saturday's action, probably one of the biggest games of the year. We have number 14 Clemson versus number 1 Georgia. I think this is a true test for both programs. And I think, based on who wins this game, it could change the trajectory of their entire season. Let's say Clemson comes out and they thump Georgia. What's going to happen to Georgia for the next following games? You know what I mean? Or if this turns into kind of how it was a few seasons ago where Oregon got absolutely blown out by Georgia in the opener at Mercedes-Benz. What if Georgia comes out and puts 40 points on the Tigers and they win 42-10? How is Clemson going to bounce back after that kind of loss? Leaning in this game, I'm going to take the Dogs. Come on, give me the Dogs. For Penn State versus West Virginia, this game's going to be at West Virginia, a rematch of last year's game to kick off the season for Big Ten play. Give me the Mountaineers. I'm a little dicey on Penn State this year, and so I'm going to roll with the Mountaineers for this one. For Miami versus Florida, this game's in the Swamp. It's not a house of horrors like Jordan-Hare is in Auburn, but it is the Swamp still. We'll see how Cam Ward adjusts to his new team and the Hurricanes with an early road test in their 2024 campaign. But I'm going to lean towards the Canes way, and I think they can escape the Swamp with a close victory. All right, Notre Dame versus Texas A&M. We're going to College Station. Huge test for the Irish. New quarterback. Lost a couple guys in the draft. How are the Irish going to, bounce back after winning the Sun Bowl last year? I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a good game. Not a great top 25 matchup, but give me the Irish. Then Fresno State versus Michigan. Come on. I think the Wolverines take care of the Bulldogs at home. For USC versus LSU, another top 25 matchup. This game's going to be neutral site. It's going to be in Vegas. I think with both teams, how they ended last year on a high note, USC winning the Holiday Bowl against Louisville, LSU winning their bowl game against Wisconsin. There's a lot of hype and there's a lot of reasons A, B, C on why each program can win. Me personally, I'm going to roll with Lincoln Riley and the Trojans. I just think LSU has been notorious the past few seasons for coming out of the gate slow. They lost to UCLA in 21, Florida State in 22 and 23. And so I think Tigers are going to come slow out of the gates. There's going to be a lot of question marks, a lot of overreaction. But, I mean, it's a 12-game season. They're going to be just fine. No need to panic. And then rounding out Monday night's matchup, we have Florida State coming off the loss against Georgia Tech. Boston College does have a great quarterback coming back. But I think, you got to think after losing to Georgia Tech and potentially dropping in the rankings, Florida State's going to come back and probably going to whoop up on the Eagles. But we'll just have to see. You never know. Boston College could come into Del Campbell and get a fast one on them. I don't know. But we'll just have to see. I'm going to roll with the Seminoles, though, for Monday's matchup between Boston College and Florida State. Those are all my picks for the bigger games in this Week 1 matchup. If you like college football, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button. I'm going to try to cover all things college football this season. I'll try to catch you in the next video. Peace.